Okay, hey guys. Well, hello. Welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 191, I believe. If I'm wrong, then I'll be embarrassed. So I hope I'm not wrong. First off, I don't know what I sound like on the mic because forgot my headphones again. So I should just have a pair for here. I don't know why I don't just buy a pair to just have here, because I literally forget my headphones every other week. But you know, I'm an idiot, so I figured I would make life harder for me. But it's all good, man. You know, folks, this will be the last podcast episode in here for a little bit. For a little while, because I leave for tour in like 3 days, so can say goodbye to the set for a little bit. I should bring my green screen with me, lug it around everywhere, and then I can just like put it up behind me, and then you know, I could just be edited to make it look like I'm actually there, but I'm not. Just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, so the podcast set's not going to look good. It's going to look like hotel rooms. It's going to look like a hotel room for sure. But that's all good, man. It'll be fine. I'm leaving on tour. Get some tickets for tour, by the way. I leave for tour on Wednesday. The first show's on Thursday in Tampa. We're going down to Fort Lauderdale, Fort Myers, Jacksonville, Orlando, New Orleans, and then Birmingham, Alabama, Atlanta, Savannah, Athens. It's going to be fun, man. So get your tickets for the first leg of tour. And yeah, man, CurtisConnor.com, all that shit. Also, this is really on brand, but fucking hungover as shit today, man. Fuck. Like, you know, like, dude, I had, like, we went out last night. Me and Jenna, we went out for dinner. At George, this nice restaurant called George. They do, like, a tasting menu. Because me and Jenna, we love food, and we don't, you know, treat ourselves that much. So when we do, we like to go out for nice meals, you know. So we went there. The place has like a Michelin star and shit. So the food was insane, really good. But we did like a wine pairing, and it was like a 7-course meal, which means we each had like probably like 8 glasses of wine at dinner. And then Jacob and Eilish were out also. Dean was out with his buddy Ross. Our other friends Dominique and Michaela were out. So it was like, it was just the whole gang was out. And then so we went out to another bar after that, after having 8 glasses of wine. And then I had like a fucking shots of Jameson. And then I had beer. And then like, man, I just had like every sort of alcohol you can have. I had it for some reason. And then I woke up. Well, actually, on the way home in the Uber, Buddy was playing fucking Pothole Finder. That new game? You know that new fun game that you play when you're driving people home called Pothole Finder, where you just search for every bump or a pothole or fucking anything and you hit it, and you drive like a lunatic so you can make Curtis throw up? Yeah, that's what he was doing. And maybe he wasn't, you know, he probably wasn't. I feel like I was just really nauseous, and that just felt like he was doing that. So almost threw up in the car. Got out of the car, almost threw up on my lawn, and then came home. I didn't throw up though, so score 1 for Kurt. But oh boy, I've been spending some time with the toilet today. I'll tell you that. Been spending some quality time with the porcelain. You know? Is that what toilets are made of? Porcelain? I don't know. Spending some quality time there, though. I'll tell you that. Not puking. puking. Well, puking, but not out of my mouth. Okay? I'll tell you, dude, if it costs like $5 every time like to go into my bathroom, it costs $5. I'd be down like $50 today, dude. I'd be in the hole, all right? $50 in the hole. But we're fucking powering through. I'm here. It's on brand, dude. This is on brand. Whenever I'm hungover, I have to do a podcast. I don't know why. It happens every time. Because I only really go out like once a week. Right? Tops. Like at the very most. Tops. This is the way it goes, man. I'm also 28, so like I feel it a lot more now. It is fucking like 3 p.m. and I'm still feeling very hungover. But dude, I'm becoming that classic dude that's always like, "Hey, guess how many beers I drank?" I'm so hungover right now, dude. I'm so sorry. I had so many awesome beers last night. It was cool. My life's better than yours. Dude, there's always those fucking kids, man. One time there was a kid in my my grade 9 tech class. His name was Eric, and he like bragged one time about getting alcohol poisoning. And then everybody in my class was like, "Whoa, seriously? How much did you drink?" He was like, "I drank like 2 full bottles of vodka." And then everyone was like, "Oh, that's crazy." And he was like, "Yeah." And I remember being in my head being like, "What the what? You drank you drank 2 bottles of vodka and you went to the hospital to get your stomach pumped? Why are you bragging? It's also 10 in the morning. And you have the biggest hat ever. You know guys with little heads but big hats? How does that work? They have little heads and the hat fits them. But the hat still looks big. You know what I mean? You guys know what I'm fucking talking about? You guys get it. Guys with small heads and big hats? What's up with that? You know? If you got a small head, don't wear a hat. Fellas, listen up. If you've got a little head, don't wear hats. You don't need that, okay? It's not going to make your head look bigger because you're adding stuff to it. It's going to do the opposite. The hat's going to look huge, and your head's going to look even smaller in comparison, all right? Like that guy from Men in Black, you know? The guy with the little head. Obviously, a guy with a little head because I'm talking, you know? Jesus Christ, mate. Yeah, sorry for the no podcast last week as well. I planned on recording it, and then I had like one of those weeks where I was like, I don't want to do anything, you know. And also, on top of me not wanting to do anything, I also watched the whole new season of Stranger Things. So I couldn't, even if I wanted to stop watching, I couldn't. Because it was really good. I think, spoiler alert, I'm not going to actually spoil it. This is a joke, but spoiler alert, it's really good. It's like I think it's my favorite season so far, out of all of them that they've done. So, it's just, it's really cool, man. I like where we're through with the story and all the characters and stuff. I like it. Some really cool cinematography as well, and it was great. But guys, this is what I want to fucking talk about, dude. Can we just like watch? Can we all watch something and then and that's it? You know? Can we all just watch a show, say whether or not we like it or not, you know, and just shut up? You know what I mean? Because guess what? Because guess if I got a fucking spoiler for Stranger Things before I watched it, and also guess if it was the day after it came out. Like, guys, what type of weirdo watches a full show right in a row, like 10 hours? How long was that fucking season? Like 7-8 hours? They watch it all in a row the second it comes out, and then they fucking make TikToks about it and tweets about it. It's like, fucking chill, you know? Wait. You know what I mean? I understand, like, getting excited for something. That's great. But, like, fucking... And I know people put, like, spoiler alert, like, on their shit, but, like, barely. They'll put spoiler alert while on the screen while the spoiler is happening. It's like, you say, do it before, right? I just, like, I like, this is going to sound so boomer, but I kind of, like, hate how shows, like, if you don't watch a show immediately, you're like left in the dark with, like, anything, with, like, memes and, like, TikToks and shit, and it's like, it's just like, can we wait a week? Can we give people, like, 1 week to watch the show? Maybe, like, at the very least, right? People have, like, jobs. People have, like, families and shit, you know? People have podcasts to record, you know? I don't know. I just... That's the only reason I felt... like, the show was good, but also, like, the secondary, like, purpose for me to, like, want to keep watching is because I didn't want to get fucking spoiled, you know? Oh, what? You just want me to not go on my phone? Good one. I'm addicted. Okay? Fucking idiot. So that's Kurt's hot take for the week. All right? Can we just watch a show and shut up? All right? Did you like it? You did? Okay, cool. Oh, you didn't like it? All right. Maybe you'll like the next show you watch. You know what I mean? Like, let's all just shut up. Let's all just shut the fuck up. Watch shows and chill, you know? That's what the real meaning of Netflix and chill should be. Watch a Netflix show and then chill, like, shut up. Netflix and then chill out, right? Netflix and the chill grill. From That's So Raven. Okay, dude, my fucking stomach, man. It's punishing me, dude. But I'm having some water, dude. I'm nursing this. I'm nursing my body back to its full potential, which is not much. All right, dude. Oh, we also... Fuck, I forgot it. I forgot my headphones, and I also forget the fucking new prop for the set. Fuck. Okay. For those OGs, for the VRG OGs, okay? I don't even know. This is maybe like fucking 100 episodes, maybe. I don't even know. Like, a long time ago, I did an episode where I talked about C-3PO. It was with Shun. It was in the Curtis Corner with Shun. So that's how long ago it was. And we did a segment about the trading card with C-3PO's penis. The C-3PO error card that has it looks like C-3PO has a fucking huge boner. And we talked about it. We laughed about it. And that was that, you know? But last weekend, I went to the Toronto Sports Card Show with Dean. It was fucking so much fun. I saw some crazy shit there. Saw, like, first edition... I saw fucking first edition base set Charizards and shit. And I was like, how's that? How much is that? And he was like, oh, and it was a PSA 5. I was like, how much is that PSA 5? And he was like, that one's about like 9,000. And I went, you can suck 9,000 balls. How about that, man? And I didn't buy it because that's crazy. I mean, fair price, but still too much. I just saw so many cool fucking things, man. But I bought something there, all right? It caught my eye immediately. I saw C-3PO in a case of, like, it was surrounded by other, like, sports cards, and I was like, what's C-3PO doing in there? And I looked closer, and there it was. There was the C-3PO card with the penis. And I was like, I have to fucking get that. I have to. But it was, like, the second booth that we saw, so I was like, dude, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll do a whole lap of everything, and if it's still here by the time we get back, it's destiny, and I'll buy it. We did a whole lap, saw everything. There was one booth that had a girl dressed up as a furry. So, that was cool. That was great for everybody, I'm sure. It wasn't like a full furry suit. It was like a girl in like a bikini. And then she had ears and a tail. I don't know why they did that, but anything to sell cards, man. I'm sure it worked. It felt so weird. Me and Dean were talking about that too. They hired like girls, like pretty girls in like bikinis and stuff to like dance around one like card booth, and I was like, that's like, I don't know, feels weird, to be like, I just don't know. I also feel like all the power to him. Like fucking, you're getting paid for that. Fuck yeah, dude. But like, it's so funny to think of some dude to be like, hey, to go up to like one of the girls to be like, hey, so you like cards? Yeah. No, you don't. Okay, here, just here. Okay. Well, how about I have a card here. It's my debit card. I'll fucking drain my bank account. Okay, if you just look at me, if you just fucking look at me once, just one time, I'll drain my whole bank account. Okay. Okay, I got $200 in there. All right. Let me drain it. Okay. So that was funny. It was a lot. There was a lot to look at. There was a lot to smell too. Cause get a fucking convention center full of dudes who like sports cards. Better. I hope you brought your nose plugs. You know what I mean? Hope you brought your nose plugs. That's what I said. The Toronto any sports card show. Hope you brought your nose plugs. Because holy shit, guys just don't shower, I guess. Okay. Oh, good. I guess guys just don't have showers. Nice. Like, adult men. Reeking of shit. Reeking of shit and piss and body odor, man. Sweating like crazy because they just got a fucking Ja Morant rookie card and they're fucking torqued up like C-3PO, busting a load in their blue jeans. Bluest jeans you'll ever see, man. Is at a card show. It's like you walk in and you're like, oh, the whole place underwater? The whole place is underwater because the bottom half of the room is just blue. Oh, there's a flood. There's a flood? Because all I see in the bottom half of everyone's legs are blue. Okay. We should all go maybe. Just stinky guys, But it was fun. But came back and it was there. Okay, the C-3PO card was there. So I was like, fuck it. I got to get it. It was only graded a 3, so I got a good deal on it. I got it for like $200, okay? And yes, that is steep. That's a little bit too much money for a fucking card with C-3PO's penis. But it's for the podcast, It's for the studio. It's for the memories, right? And if it's on the screen, it's a business expense. So it's fine. I needed that for the set. So it was worth it, okay? I'll send Sabrina a picture so she can put it on screen. That's what it looks like, and I got it. It's great. All right, what should we? Okay, let's change the subject. Let's get into some news, huh? Some shit that we can talk about and react to. All right. I'm trying to think of what to talk about first. Okay, we'll save that shit for the end. Okay, let's Okay, we got to talk about this coffee shop in Toronto. This is local. This is local news. All right. This is it's actually become sort of like public news. People are dunking on it like crazy, but there's a new okay, I'll just read the let's just fucking hold on, okay? Okay. So this is on blog.to, and I hate this website. I hate journalism like this, where it's just like the most clickbaity shit. They'll do. I had a bit of a blog TO that I did on the Danny and Drew tour back in 2019. If you saw me do stand up on that tour, but they had this article that was like real life. This real life Mario Kart just opened in Niagara Falls. And it was like real life Mario Kart. That's just go karting. You know, I'm butchering my own bit, but that's what it was basically. It's just like bottom of the barrel shit. They'll just put anything into an article. But we'll read this one. This is called This New Cafe in Toronto is Proudly Anti-Capitalist. Which is interesting because you're selling stuff, right? You're selling stuff, right? And and it's anti-capitalist? If you love your coffee served with a side of revolution, Toronto's newest cafe may be the best spot for you. Hold on. God, I want to watch the TikTok. I want to watch the TikTok. I have a fucking caveman brain. I want the TikTok. God damn, how much y'all fucking upload? Okay. BlogTO TikTok. Okay, I found it.
The Anarchist is a worker-owned, anti-capitalist, anti-colonial cafe, shop, and community space. Gabriel opened the space after leaving Vancouver due to its unwelcoming sense of classism. Though he never felt comfortable working in a coffee shop in BC, he knew if he were to have one of his own, it would have to adopt the values that occupy such a huge part of his life. A place devoted to radical leftist politics, revolution, ending capitalism, improving the world's economic system that benefits everyone and not just elites, and most importantly, sparking conversations that will help implement these ideas. Other than delicious coffee, which Gabriel is most definitely an expert in, the shop has a rich selection of progressive political books that he's selling at wholesale prices. I was happy to try some great light roast espresso here. I even tried my first espresso tonic, which is something of a micro-revolution in itself. I highly recommend paying a visit to Gabriel at 190 Jarvis Street, if not for great coffee, for even greater conversation. The Anarchist is a worker-owned, anti-capitalist, anti-colonial cafe, shop, and community space.
Shut up! Let me pause it. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there. So obviously people are like dunking on this thing because it's like that's good. Like sure that like I'm sure like the intentions were good, right? But I feel like there's a better way to be anti-capitalist. You know, it's like be anti-capitalism by engaging in capitalism, right? Selling stuff, even if for like a tiny profit at all, which you need to make a profit, right? Or I guess you could just break even somehow, but no, you need to make a living wage for yourself, or you need to survive because you are in a capitalist system, right? So it's like just the very act of making an anti-capitalist coffee shop is pro-capitalism. You know? It's like, it's like if you organize like a it's like if you like did a, I'm trying to think of how to say this. Okay, yeah, like if you did like a barbecue, you hosted a barbecue for like animal welfare, right? Like the like the fair treatment of animals barbecue, right? You do like a full pig roast and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a little hypocritical in a way. You know what I mean? Yeah, everybody We're doing a fur coat sale for the ethical treatment of animals. Just because we say it is, it means it's fine, right? So yeah, people are. Oh shit! I didn't know he responded. Okay, this is new. This is breaking news. Owner of Toronto's anti-capitalist cafe responds to backlash about the concept. A Toronto cafe that proudly declares itself anti-capitalist is getting tons of reaction right now, so much that the owner has had to respond. Okay. What did he say? The owner is a rich white guy from Vancouver who opened up a coffee shop in a low-income neighborhood. A Stitch on TikTok responds, bingo. Both videos as well as his comment section, the absolute worst thing that exists on TikTok. Damn. Nothing says anti-capitalism like charging $10 for a cup of coffee. Viva la revolution. Obviously, the mission statement of the cafe is divisive to say the least. On May 30th, anarchist cafe owner Gabriel Sims posted a statement to the Instagram of the business title, Dear Leftists. He's also added a freelance question section, blah, blah, blah. Okay, hold on. It then goes on to call out leftists saying, if you're too cynical to hope that someone might be legit, get fucked. I've got a lot of patience for the idiots who don't even know what capitalism is and are deeply submerged in their Stockholm syndrome, but leftists whose main form of political engagement is trying to drag down other leftists are inexcusable. Dude. Okay, I'm going to read it in full. Okay, Dear Leftists, thank you so much. The hundreds of you have come into the cafe, said hi, chatted, asked questions, formed your own opinions, and expressed completely undeserved praise for what I'm trying to do. The show of solidarity and cautious optimism has been an incredible experience. I feel motivated, accountable, and like I'll make some genuine friends and co-conspirators through the cafe. Thank you so much to all the people who have and continue to send emails and Instagram messages. Okay, yeah. What is the last part? Okay. If you're too cynical to hope that someone might be legit, too lazy to ask questions, and too addicted to the smug, snarky sound of your own online persona to contribute more to the left than infighting and lightning speed policing of other leftists, get fucked. You're devoting your time and energy to doing the right's dirty work, and you are the greatest obstacle to the revolutionary progress. Enjoy your digital echo chamber. Jesus Christ. I'll just be over here trying to do something. Making a mount. Okay, man. It's like even if, and I'm a fucking idiot. I'll say that right now. But like, way to just be such a cock, when people have like valid criticism. Enjoy your digital echo chamber. I say on Instagram, in a text post on Instagram. Enjoy it. I'm right. Dude, it's so fucking funny, man. I just don't understand. Like, can I just go in there and like, was that one of the comments? Like, you can just go in there and like, yeah, there you go. So all their stuff is free. I take it. I mean, you wouldn't want to engage in capitalism by charging money. That'd be hypocritical. I mean, yo, let me know if I'm wrong or if I don't know. What is capitalism? An economic and political system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit, rather than by the state. So it's controlled by a private owner for profit. He needs to make a profit because he needs to pay himself. And you can't pay yourself if you're not making a profit. Right? So listen, I'm usually not right about stuff, but I think I'm right about this. Okay, my one camera died. Hold on. Not died, but hold on. Just give me a second. Just stay on, Just fucking keep recording. No, I'm tired. It's been a half hour. I'm done. I'm done being a camera now. You gotta press my button again if you want me to record. Fuck you. Fucking stupid-ass Canon. Dumbass Canon. My Lumix never does that to me. That thing keeps recording. Okay, guys, I got to talk about it. This is breaking news. I'm kind of glad I didn't do the podcast last week because now we got to talk about it this week. All right. Liam Payne. Let's chat about the whole Liam Payne situation. If you don't know, Liam Payne went on the Impulsive podcast a few days ago. Liam Payne, former member of the biggest boy band in the world, went on Logan Paul's podcast, which is, think about that for a second. Just think about that. Just have it in your head. This is the darkest timeline. We're in it. This is the darkest timeline. A member of One Direction is on Logan Paul's podcast. If you would have told me that in 2015, I would have been like, there's no shot. There's no shot, okay? So he went on Impulsive and was saying some pretty crazy shit. I listened to the whole episode, okay? I listened to it in the car. I listened to the whole thing. And it was weird because they recorded it at V-Fest? Is that what it's called? VCon. Like TanaCon, but Gary V. So VCon is this crypto. It's it's an event. It's a convention. But it's all based around crypto NFT stuff. So Liam Payne, Logan Paul were at Gary V's VCon, Gary V's festival convention for crypto and NFTs, and they did a podcast together. And people were not so happy because Liam Payne was saying some pretty out-of-pocket shit, and it was painful. Okay. So let's watch the first thing he said.
Yeah, we did the first song, billion streams. I think it outsold everybody within the band, and I was the last to go. Yeah, we did the first song, billion streams.
Okay, so this clip is very funny because one, it seems like his lack of eye contact. It's he's so confident, but you can just tell he's kind of lying. It's yeah, first song, billion streams. Also hate that he did that
yeah, we
too.
did the first song, billion streams.
And then he said he got 1 billion streams, right? And now we go to this tweet. Strip that down. That was his first one. It's not even at 1 billion. I mean, maybe you add the YouTube views to that. Sure. Maybe you add the Apple Music streams to that. Sure. But I feel like people just use Spotify for that, And I'm not one. I hate. I can't imagine what it would be like for. Just speaking as as an artist myself, that's what's actually going to make me throw up. None of the alcohol I had last night. Me calling myself an artist, but no, genuinely coming from an artistic standpoint, going from a huge boy band where you're like so famous, so successful, so popular, and you're so used to that, and then that finishes, and you sort of have to find your own way, your own sound, your own music that you want to do and pursue. It's hard to come to terms with like, oh, this might not do as well as the other stuff, right? So it's like, I don't want to be the person to be like, flop, you're a flop era. You know what I mean? Because like that's going to be me one day, right? And it's not, and like, I don't think there's any shame in like, you know, not being as, you know, successful as you once were. You know what I mean? I think that's fine, right? As long as if you can still do what you love to do and make the music that you're proud of, right? Or make the art that you're proud of, you know, you're going to have an audience that likes it, and that's fucking great. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. He just came across this interview like a little like, I don't know, like arrogant in a way, and like overly like cocky. Like you can have confidence in yourself and your craft, but I don't know. You could tell. You could kind of sniff it out when it's like you're like cocky. You know what I mean? I want to watch the other stuff, but
part of the reason One Direction was made,
okay.
from what I've heard, is that like part of the reason One Direction was made was because of Simon's promise to me that in 2 years I'll make this work for you.
Wow.
So he kind of started with My Face and then worked around the rest. I've never told that story before.
You were the inception.
I was the honorary member of One Direction, yes. And he's told me that story himself in his house.
Okay. Well, you didn't need to say that last part. Last part kind of makes it seem like you just made that up. But and he told me that story. He's told me that story before. He has. So you don't need to like doubt me or anything. This is the first time I ever told this too. It's crazy how that's never come up until now. It's weird. It's almost like I made it up. It's almost like I'm lying. It's almost like I'm lying on the Logan Paul podcast, you know? So yeah, the full story was he was on X Factor 2 years prior to the One Direction season, I'm pretty sure, and he was eliminated. And the next 2 years of his life, like, was like hell for him. Like, everyone was calling him an X Factor reject. And then he had a dinner with Simon Cowell, and apparently Simon Cowell that's when he told him. He was like, I'm sorry, but you need to finish your school, and then in 2 years, I'm going to make sure you're famous. Which is great, I guess. I mean, it's funny to think that, and if that did happen, that's great. But like, I don't think anyone saw him as like the main guy in One Direction, right? I don't even think there was.
Those hands, there's a high likelihood you'll never.
Oh, dude, this one. Okay. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like, he was saying how much he like disliked Zayn, like his former bandmate, and it's like he was talking about like his upbringing and shit, and it's like I don't know. When you watch interviews with all the other band members, it's like they never even like speak on the other people. Like, even if they do, it's only like good stuff. But this guy's like, I have a lot of reasons to hate Zayn. It's like, all right, man, why are you saying this stuff, man? But this one's so funny.
One moment where there was an argument backstage, and one member in particular threw me up a wall. So I said to him, if you don't remove those hands, there's a high likelihood you'll never use them again.
Dude, just lying, you know? And maybe that happened, but no one talks like that. You know what I mean? I mean, like British people probably do. If you don't move your hands, there's a high likelihood you'll never use them again. Because I'm going to bite them off. I'm going to bite your little thingies. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum, yum. I'm going to bite your little thingies off. And then, dude, oh yeah, dude. And then a crazy development afterwards. Taylor Kniff from MagCon. You know? We gon' party buck wild. Look at shawty buck wild. Take a shot, pour a lot. Yeah, we buck wild. Unironically, that song is a slay. I will admit. Dude, Taylor Kniff, you know? He tweeted, "No offense to Liam Payne, but you was drunk shirtless at Neon Carnival, a Coachella after party, trying to fight people. And Harry Styles was headlining main stage. There's levels." And like, man, really put the L in Liam, you know? I can't fathom getting just absolutely dunked on so hard by Taylor Kniff, the least popular MagCon boy. You know what I mean? And like, sure, Liam Payne isn't. I just think I don't want to come across as like, what a fucking idiot, pussy ass loser bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I think he genuinely like needs like help, you know? Because what I'm seeing there, all right, yeah, man. Because what I'm seeing is like, I don't know, just someone who's like really going through it, right? Like it's kind of hard to watch. Even listening to it, there are some parts where I was like, Jesus Christ, man. And then the end of the podcast, he just does like Johnny Depp impressions for like the last 20 minutes. It's so fucking weird, dude. And dude, I literally, you could find tweets from me talking shit about Liam Payne because I thought it was funny years ago, just to, take the piss out of him, you know? And then the amount of times I would have people just fucking pissed at me for it, right? And now look at you. You're on the same side as me, okay? Now look at you. We're on the same side. Huh. Funny how that works. Looks like I was right. Looks like I was correct. But I hope, you know what? I hope the best for him, you know? And the rate he's going, he was doing like Apple Music interviews with like Zane Lowe, right? He was on like that podcast, right? He was doing like all this crazy shit. Now he's at Impulsive up there, you know? I'm not that far below it. You know what I mean? I'm like, and this is a big, like, there's a lot of podcasts in between that, but I'm pretty close. So, Liam, if you want to come on Very Really Good and start your redemption arc, I'm here for you, man. I got open arms, okay? I would, we could really get down to the core, right? We could get down to the core. We could peel away the, what's going on, what's eating you up. We could really peel away the layers. We could really strip that down. We could strip down. All right, we could strip down those walls you're putting up. Ooh, strip that down, girl. Love when you go to therapy. You know what I mean? That's what the song's about. And I know that, Liam. And I know that. What do we have? 40-something? Okay, let's wrap it up. Guys, thank you so much for listening, for tuning in. Again, I leave for tour very soon. Podcasts are still going to be coming out. So it just won't be in the cool, awesome set. Okay? So go get tickets. Tour starting up really soon. Doing a bunch of shows. I'm super excited. And yeah, man, just thank you for the support. Thank you for listening every week. Yeah, it's cool. I appreciate it so much. I had like a crazy fucking thing a few days ago where I was like, I don't know. I don't want to get too fucking sappy, but like, thank you so much. I just like can't. I'm very grateful that I'm able to do what I do. People like it, and people want to support it, and and come support me, come to the shows. It's just fucking cool, man. So seriously, thank you so much for listening. I truly cannot thank you enough. And if I see you at the shows, I'll see you at the shows. If not, all good. Appreciate you. Be safe, take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye, bye, bye.